We were working at the airport for a company called Canddise. Yeah.
He was my manager.
Oh, you had your eyes on the manager.
He was a nice manager at the job. And I was the kind of the employee that could have had that position because I kind of did like management work anyways. So
salty.
yeah, everybody kind of came to me for advice. so like I kind of became his little go-to. Like I was the one that was going to stay late and do all the hard work because nobody else was going to do it.
About maybe a month.
Yeah, it clicked kind of fast. We clicked kind of fast, yeah. Really fast. It literally happened. And you know what? We haven't spent more than 2-3 days apart since then. Like we have never really been apart from each other.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. That's why.
So 2019, she came. I was starting in the market for another job, something to pay a little bit more. I ended up applying for a delivery job with Amazon, just for the time being. And I left my old job, working at the airport, and I was going to start working with Amazon, and that never happened. For a good 2 or 3 months, I was out of work. So it kind of put me behind on my bills. And so I ended up starting working at the cab with this contracted company with my cousin. And so that kind of put me back on track. But in the end, it was a little bit too late. Ended up losing the apartment, having to move in with family members. And while working at the cab for the contracting company, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try and apply for something a little bit long term. So I went to the police academy.
It was just a lot of things going on at the time. And once we moved in, I actually did start going back to work. So my daughter ended up going to daycare at 8 weeks. So I went back to work full time. And then the pandemic hit.
Yep.
So we were in a car in front of McDonald's for a while before his best friend had offered us a hotel for 2 weeks. So one of the women from Family Promise had emailed me back 2 or 3 days before we had to leave the hotel. And it was like, I swear it was like heaven sent because we still didn't know what we was going to do.
Everybody falls on hard times, and it was no different for this family. His wife just happened to, lose her job during COVID, and she was the sole income of their family, and he was this close to graduating from the police academy, and, we were that safety net for them. They were able to let him finish the police academy. She was able to find a job while she was in the program, and we were to help them.
We weren't told we had to be rushed out or anything. But we set a goal that, this is what we wanted. And we did it in less than 4 months. We set a goal. We took advantage of the things that we were being given. We saved. We were able to find an apartment because every day we looked.
It took a lot of sacrifice, a lot of days where you're not eating just to save some money.
Mm-hmm. And it can happen to anybody, even a police officer. Mm-hmm. It can, life doesn't pick and choose who it happens to. Life happens to everybody. And you just stay focused and stay positive, and, keep your head up. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride to get the best results, and it'll happen.